A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Micah Parsons, the rookie, in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. At the 41-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the 41, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. So, Charles, this defense is going to have its hands full all game long. You'd have to figure, facing the man second in the NFL in passing yards. So what's the course of action here defensively?
Well, we all know that every down seems to have equal importance. But for this game, they're putting it all on 3rd down. Make sure they stop them there, get off the field, and that way they can turn the ball over to their offense and feel good about how this game's progressing.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, 10th overall. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott now, option right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head, his head coach and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 41 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands though.
Yeah.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make this a second down. Again to Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Cowboys 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Byron Pringle now to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On second and very short, Mahomes.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And bulldozing his way through. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys 11.
71 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the right side, it's Kelsey.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7, as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes flushed out right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the pistol, here's Elliott. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First down, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner the end zone. And that is incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9.
Now Mahomes.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. So
from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. First down and more for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons, the rookie out of Penn State, in to drop him for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Flush to his right. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Mahomes to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Mahomes to throw once more. Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And congratulations to Dak Prescott, by the way. He just went over 20,000 career passing yards. And you remember he came into the league in 2016, and you remember the gruesome injury in 2020 that he had to fight back from. So congratulations to Mr. Prescott.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year. Then the Cowboys get a bit closer. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Cowboys 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Shrugs him off. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Oh, wide open. Complete. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the mean...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 12-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now here's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Hey, let's go.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Steps away to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here's Elliott. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Prescott off play action. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble and second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Gun. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And a short gain down to about the 33. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
So this one in the win column